Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Okay.
Many athletes dedicate their lives to basketball and have one purpose: to get to the NBA. Even though some of them possess the skills needed, they lack mentality and toughness to succeed. In today's video, we go over the toughest player in NBA history.
I don't talk to niggas. I don't feel these niggas at all.
Rick Mahorn. What's amazing about Rick Mahorn's career is that, on paper, it appears to have been pretty average, but no one who ever watched the man play would classify it as such. Mahorn's toughness seemed to flow directly from his inability to jump very well, and what he had to do to make up for that. His Pistons teams of the late 1980s were made up of some of the toughest players in NBA history, and Mahorn was the undisputed baddest of the bad boys. He also was unselfish as a mentor, and widely credited as having been the man who taught Dennis Rodman the ins and outs of the NBA game. Bill Lambert. When it comes to Bill Lambert, the argument is always going to come down to whether he was a tough player or just dirty. It seems hard to be one type of player without people thinking you're also not the dirty type. No homo. Let's quickly point out that what gets lost in all of this debate is how talented he was. A two-time back-to-back NBA champion, four-time All-Star, who averaged almost 10 rebounds per game for his career and led the NBA in rebounding in 1986. Lambert was also so durable. He never played less than 79 games in his first 13 NBA seasons before abruptly retiring early in 1993-94 season after a fight with teammate Isaiah Thomas. Bobby Jones. In 12 NBA seasons, Bobby Jones earned a reputation as one of the classiest players of all time. He made the All-NBA defensive team 9 times, including 8 first-team picks, and was known as a player who would never resort to dirty tactics. Former 76ers general manager Pat Williams probably described Jones the best. He gives you 2 hours of his blood, showers, and goes home. Jones' toughness meant playing through a variety of debilitating health problems, including asthma, a chronic heart condition, and epileptic seizures that once caused serious injury when he fell in his kitchen. Jones can place his name among the most admired NBA players of all time for his class and demeanor. He was finally elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2019. Gary Payton. Payton's reputation was made by his skill as much as by his fearlessness, talking trash and backing it up to everyone. The 9-time All-Star and 1996 NBA Defensive Player of the Year credited learning the game on the streets of Oakland for creating his toughness. A big part of that came from Payton's father, Al, who famously had Mr. Mean on his customized license plate when Gary was growing up. He said that he taught Gary everything about toughness. Later in his career, Payton managed to shake off his reputation for being brash and became a steady presence in the locker room. Payton managed to win an NBA championship with the Heat in 2006, who was already out of his prime. Bill Russell. Bill Russell was the centerpiece of the greatest dynasty in NBA history, winning 11 NBA championships in his 13 seasons. The 5-time NBA Most Valuable Player needed to define toughness to succeed in his era, with his direct counterpart, none other than Wilt Chamberlain, the only other player besides Russell to grab 50 rebounds in a single game. Russell's mental toughness was on another level. As the first black superstar in NBA history, he had to endure racism at almost every turn, but handled it with grace and dignity. In 2009, the NBA named its final MVP award after Russell. In 2011, President Barack Obama awarded Russell the Presidential Medal of Freedom for his work as a pioneer for civil rights. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's toughness was the stuff of legend, and the 5-time NBA Most Valuable Player was legendary hard on his teammates. But that was nothing compared to how he treated opponents. Jordan played in an NBA era where you had to essentially fight your way out of games, with every opponent he faced trying to physically break him. Instead, he broke them, first with his play and then with his legendary trash talk. For the prime example of Jordan mentality, take a look at the 1997 NBA Finals Game 5, the flu game. Jordan scored 38 points despite playing with a fever and recovering from a stomach virus. The iconic image of teammate Scottie Pippen helping him off the floor is carved into the memories of basketball fans over the world.
myself to be the best basketball player every moment that I'm playing the game of basketball. And sometimes that means tricking yourself in your mind to say that you can't do this or your weaknesses are here, but yet you still try to work on improving those weaknesses. A lot of people may say, well, Michael Jordan never had weaknesses. Michael Jordan had weaknesses. He just had to dig deep inside himself to figure out what they were.
Kobe Bryant. Aside from putting together one of the greatest careers in NBA history, Kobe Bryant also had perhaps the most legendary pain tolerance in the history of the game. He once dislocated his finger in a game. No, he did. He popped it back and continued to play. Even as a rookie, Kobe wasn't afraid of anyone. His confidence allowed him to shoot any type of shot and believed it was going in. When he was teammate with Shaq, he trash talked as if Shaq wasn't almost twice his size. He just didn't care. If you want a first-hand look at how tough he was, you can watch his 2015 documentary called Muse. The documentary explained his comeback from tearing his Achilles tendon. Willis Reed. Willis Reed isn't just one of the toughest players in NBA history, he's also the author of one of the single greatest moments in NBA history, which revolved around his toughness. After missing Game 6 of the 1970 NBA Finals against the Los Angeles Clippers with a torn thigh muscle, Reed was almost certainly ruled out for Game 7. To everyone's surprise, he limped out of the tunnel for warm-ups and scored the first 2 points of the game. His determination sparked the Knicks to win the game and the NBA title. Famous broadcaster Howard Cosell expressed his feeling to Reed and said that he was the very best that the human spirit has to offer.
So when we left the locker room, we had no idea Willis would be playing or not, but everybody thought it was premeditated, that the way he came on the court, we already knew. I was just as flabbergasted as everybody else when I saw him walk out. The crowd went crazy.
Charles Oakley. Charles Oakley was a first-round pick of the Chicago Bulls in 1985 out of NCAA Division II Virginia Union. He quickly earned a reputation for being the protector of young Bulls star Michael Jordan and was a ferocious rebounder and defender. Oakley's best season were with the Knicks, including 2 NBA All-Defensive Team selection and his lone All-Star appearance in 1994. Why is Oakley so beloved? Well, mainly because he wasn't a bully. Oakley squared up with one of the NBA toughest guys and had an epic series of throwdown with Hall of Famer Charles Barkley. Thank you so much for watching this video. What are your thoughts? Who would you put in this list? Let me know in the comments. Peace out.